Students, how are you? I hope you all are doing great. Today we are going to discuss 2018 JEE Advanced Paper 1. Let's get started by first question. For a non-zero complex number Z, ARG Z, this is argument of Z which lies between minus pi to pi, then which of the statement or statements is or are false? So this time we have to choose false one. So indirectly same thing, you have to solve this question and you will match your answer with the answer given in these options. So option A, argument of minus 1 minus I equals pi by 4. So for example, if I am writing this paper, then I will not solve this question. Minus 1 and minus I lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant argument never be pi by 4. Pi by 4 argument can possible in first quadrant. It means option A is wrong, and we have to choose false one. I mean option A will be our answer. But the thing, but this is not enough right now. I have to explain what is the right answer for option A. So option A, we have to find argument of minus 1 minus I. Okay, and if I revise, if your complex number lies in first quadrant, then your argument was theta. If lies in second quadrant, then argument is pi minus theta. If complex number lies in third quadrant, then this is pi minus of pi minus theta. And if complex number lies in fourth quadrant like this, then argument is minus theta. Okay, so this complex number lies in third quadrant, so argument would be pi minus of pi minus theta. And theta, how can we find? Theta equals tan inverse y by x mod x, and y and x is the complex number, real part and imaginary part. So z equals x plus iy. If we have zx plus iy, then we can find theta tan inverse y over x. Similarly, here x is minus 1, y is minus 1. So theta would be tan inverse, this is minus 1 over minus 1, which is tan inverse 1, and which is pi by 4. But argument is not pi by 4 because it lies in third quadrant, and in third quadrant argument would be argument of minus 1 minus pi is minus of pi minus theta. Okay, so this is minus of pi minus pi by 4, which is minus 3 pi by 4. So this is an argument for option A. So option A was to choose false one, so option A is false, but this is our answer. So option A we have to select. Now let us check option B, whether option B is true or false. If it is false, then we have to select this one also. Now option B, the function is defined by f of t, which is argument of minus 1 plus it, and t is all real numbers. So right now we have to check whether f of t is continuous or not. Okay, so let us check here. This is option B, f of t. Okay, f of t equals argument of minus 1 plus it. Okay, that's good. Now argument, we know what is that. First of all, we will find theta. So theta would be tan inverse mod t over minus 1, and then theta we will get tan inverse t mod. Okay, t over minus 1 mod is t mod. So this is my tan inverse theta, tan inverse t, which is theta. Now it comes to argument, and you know it depends on t. When t is positive, then it will lie in different quadrant. If t is negative, then it will lie in different quadrant. So first we will consider when t is positive. When t is positive, it means y is positive, x is negative. So y positive and x negative, it means it lies in second quadrant. And second quadrant argument is this, which is pi minus theta. Okay. So when t is positive, then argument is pi minus theta, and theta is tan inverse t mod. T itself positive, so we can write it t. That's it. And when t is 0, then theta would be 0, but when t is 0, then it lies here. Okay, then this is the argument. The argument would be pi. So this is pi. But when t is less than 0, then what will happen? We have to check. T is negative, it means y negative, x negative. So it lies in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, this will be our argument, which is minus of pi minus theta, right? So which is, now you have to understand right here, which is minus of pi minus theta. And theta is this, tan inverse t mod, but t is negative. So mod t equal to minus t when t is negative, right? This is a property of modulus. So instead of this t mod, I will write minus t. Why will I write minus t? Because t is negative. So this is my expansion of t. Now we can discuss its continuity. I mean, we have to discuss its limit. So again I will write this one. F of t equals pi minus tan inverse t, which is pi minus tan inverse t, and t is greater than 0. This is pi, t equal to 0, and this is minus pi, minus plus, but tan inverse of minus t we can write minus tan inverse t. So minus will come here, it will be plus, plus minus again minus. So minus tan inverse t when t is less than 0. Okay, so we got f of t. Now we need to check whether f of t is always continuous or not. So when t is greater than 0, equal to 0, and t less than 0. So we have to check continuity about t equals 0. So now we have to understand f of t limit t tends to 0 positive. So f of t tends to 0 positive, it means we have to take this function. So limit t tends to 0 positive, and we have to take this one, pi minus tan inverse t. So which is pi minus, and tan inverse 0 is 0, so which is pi. So I got right hand limit, that is pi. Now I can erase this. And f of t when t less than 0 negative, I mean left hand limit I am going to find. So limit t tends to 0 negative, and for left hand limit function I have to take this, which is minus pi minus tan inverse t. Okay, so if I put 0 here, then I will get minus pi minus 0, which is minus pi. So what I am observing right now, left hand limit I got minus pi, right hand limit I got pi. So here I understood this is left hand limit. Left hand limit does not equal to right hand limit. So when left hand limit does not equal to right hand limit, it means limit itself won't exist at t equals 0. So if limit won't exist, it means it won't be continuous. So option B was it is continuous at all points of R. No, it is not continuous. So option B, I mean statement B is false. Since we have to select false one, so option B also we will select. Now it comes to option C. So C is very straightforward question. This is just a property of the complex number. So I don't think this is a very hard question. This is just a simple question. So I will discuss option C as well. So what is option C? This is just a property of complex number. We have argument of Z1 over Z2. So this is very simple. Argument of Z1 over Z2 we are writing argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2 plus 2k pi. where k belongs to integer, right? We are writing like this. Now we'll take this to left side and this one also left side. Then I will have argument of z1 over z2 minus argument of z1, and this, if I'll take this side, then it would be plus, and plus argument of z2 equals 2k pi, where k belongs to integer. So this is just a property, nothing else. Now what is this? For any two non-zero complex numbers z1 and z2, argument of z1 over z2 minus argument of z1 plus argument of z2 is an integral multiple of 2 pi. Yes, this is an integral multiple of 2 pi. So option C is right. Since this is right, but we have to select false one. So option C is not our answer. Now option D, that one. So option D, for any three given distinct complex numbers z1, z2 and z3, locals of the point z satisfying the condition argument of z minus z1 bracket z2 minus z3 over z minus z3 and the times z2 minus z1 is pi. I am sure those students who have prepared complex number in best way, for them this is nothing. This is just a result of cyclic quadrilateral. Let us understand. Option D. For example, this is a circle. Consider any point z here. This is z1, this is z2, this is z3, this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay? This is Z, this is Z1, this is Z2, this is Z3. And join. So this is a cyclic quadrilateral. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? So in cyclic quadrilateral, we have a property, sum of opposite angles is 180 degree. So if I say angle DAB plus D's, I mean if I say this angle and this angle, then DAB plus DCB, this is pi, yeah, some of these two must be pi, and I have to make anti-clockwise sense, right? So if I will take anti-clockwise sense, then I will write argument of z1 minus z over z3 minus z plus DCB. Angle DCB is what? This one, DCB. It means we need to find this argument, and same anti-clockwise sense. So this is anti-clockwise sense, right? This type of sense is anti-clockwise sense. This is called anti-clockwise sense. So right now z3 minus z2, argument of z3 minus z2 over z1 minus z2 equal to pi. Okay? Now we have log property. With the help of log property, we can combine. So we will have argument of z1 minus z. One thing you can do, take minus here and take out minus here, minus plus, it will be z minus z1. So I can write z minus z1 over z minus z3. So I got this. Then times z3 minus z2, instead of z3 minus z2, I can write z2 minus z3. And minus will be here. Same z1 minus z2, minus I will take common, z2 minus z1. Minus will cancel. I will have z2 minus z3. So this is z2 minus z3 over z2 minus z1. z2 minus z1. And this side is pi. So I got same result. Argument of z minus z1 times z2 minus z3 over z minus z3, z2 minus z1 equal to pi. So it means this z lies on the circle, not a straight line. What is this? This z, that z lies on a straight line. But in reality, this z lies on a circle. It means option D is also false. But we have to select false one, so we will select option D as well. So if I talk overall about this question, then it was a pretty easy one. It was not difficult. So I hope you guys understood this.